Hi Aquarius, how's it going? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot, and welcome into your weekly tarot reading for the week of the 25th of September through the 1st of October. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Do want to mention before we get started, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. But Team Aquarius, how's it going? Without further ado, let's see what's up for you and what we got for your week ahead. So what's going on here for Aqua? Do want to mention this death card was trying to come out, so you could be dealing with Scorpio, but what do we got going on here for Aqua? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week here of the 25th through the 1st of September. Let's go ahead and get a few more shuffles showing up here for you, and then we'll see what message is coming into play for you. Starting out with the overall energy, Aquarius, we have here the Magician. Hello. Magician is Virgo energy, so you could be dealing with one possibly. Looking at the current energy, the Page of Pentacles, what we're dealing with at this time, the Nine of Pentacles. And looking at the current outcome, Aquarius, we have here the Tower. Here's that Scorpio energy showing up again with the Tower card coming on out. Okay, let's go ahead and break this one down. We're going to start here first and foremost with the Magician. So we have here Magician, and we also have here the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Magician card is typically the card that resonates towards manifesting things. It can be alchemy type of energy, but it definitely here can represent showing up in a situation. I feel like you are pushing yourself in a way this week to go the extra mile with something. That's what I'm feeling here with the overall energy to the current energy, pushing yourself here to go the extra mile. Yeah, you've really been focusing here on yourself. I think that to a certain degree with the Nine of Pentacles, you've been undergoing a personal self-transformation. This could be about trying to do your best to work around claiming financial victory, claiming financial freedom. Maybe you've been working very hard here to kind of try to create some sort of other transformation in your life. Could be physical, could be mental, but Nine of Pentacles typically resonates doing things on your own and being as confident as you can in getting those things done. I feel like it's also embodying that energy of discipline here as well. So Aquarians, this week you've been very disciplined here, very strict. Could be strict diet, could be a strict workout routine, could be a strict type of mental routine, but you've been sticking to something here for sure and showing up for yourself, because what you want to do is you want to keep going the extra mile here to create something wonderful in your life. There's some sort of payoff and trade-off with what it is you're doing. Now, when we look at the current outcome, we have here the Tower, and the Tower can be an interesting card because it can represent a shaky foundation that needs to fall so you can build something new. You can build something from the ground level up. I think to a certain degree that's what many of you are doing. It's like by creating this new regimen or by really putting a lot of effort into something, that's about me building something from scratch. The Tower here is also a card of a massive realization. You know, maybe some of you guys were realizing, you know, the direction that I've been heading in my emotional journey, in my mental journey hasn't been that great. So if there needs to be improvement and if there's room for improvement, I'm going to acknowledge this realization with the Tower, and I'm going to put that work in so that I can go ahead and get that improvement, right? Maybe you've been noticing, actually, in regards to my health, maybe I haven't been eating the right healthy foods for me that are going to be super beneficial. Maybe I've been going down a path where I've been consuming too much sugar. I don't know, whatever the case may be for you. So you might be noticing, hey, this hasn't been healthy or good for me. So it's time for me to go ahead and realize that and then take positive action so that I can get myself into more of a healthier state of being. So yeah, there's some sort of recognition showing up this week about something that isn't good for you on the previous path you were on. As you acknowledge that it's not good for you, you're doing everything you can to go the extra mile to create a more healthier circumstance overall, which I think is quite wonderful. It's good to realize that stuff, and most importantly, it's good to take action when you can, right? So Aquarius, so far so good. Could even be kicking a bad habit or something of that nature as well. Either way though, guys, moving forward, let's see what the potential challenge of the week is going to be, and we have here the Seven of Swords. Trying your best not to fall back into your old path, I think, is the biggest challenge of it all. Let's say, for example, you're kicking the habit. Maybe you guys are trying to stop smoking. Maybe you're trying to stop drinking coffee or something of that nature. You know, the urge might be there to go right back to that old habitual energy and kind of dismiss the work that you've been doing previously because it's something that's been comfortable for a very long time. And breaking out of that comfort zone is so against what you're used to. So it can be tough, right? I think the major challenge here is not reverting back to the previous path, but staying on this path that you've embarked your new journey on. So definitely understandable. But remember, when there's a will, there's a way, Aquarius. You know, that when there is a will, there's a way. You can make it happen. You can do it. You just have to really continue to stay on top of yourself. And if going the extra mile on this path can help you in any other way, if there's more you can do to kind of deter yourself from veering off this course, definitely feel free to do so. All right. All right, though, guys, that's what I'm seeing here with this main situation. Let's jump on into what's going to be going on here and what you can expect throughout the rest of your week. So what can Aquarians expect here throughout the rest of their week, please? We have here the Moon card coming out. We have here the Three of Wands. We have here the Ace of Wands, and we have here the King of Swords. Definitely getting a little bit of a mixture of emotions for you guys this week. As I've mentioned to you, you're on some sort of new path as you are breaking away from an old one. You're going to notice that emotionally, it's a little all over the place. I think you do tap into energies of excitement here with the Ace of Wands because you are excited to see change and transformation. But I think to a certain degree as well, you're kind of waiting for the excitement to become like the full-time experience, the full-time feeling, right? I think that having to deal with the downs and the ups as well, but mainly having to deal with the downs is kind of what's upsetting, right? It's like, ugh, you know, there's a part of me that still feels kind of low and kind of out of energy and kind of drained as I'm changing something drastically here in my life. And I'm just waiting for that energy and that emotion to pass so that I can tap into the excitement and so that I can continue to be disciplined. So you're working hard here to build a new routine. And like I mentioned to you, Aquarius, that can be literally anything. Whether you guys are kicking a bad habit, you are incorporating a more healthy lifestyle, you are doing something better that's going to be benefiting your mental. Maybe this is about restricting yourself from people in your life who maybe you know might not be good for you if you are connected to them. That might be showing up for some of you here too. But it's like, oh, Aunt, when is all the intense emotions going to fade? And when am I going to tap into just being disciplined, create this routine, jump into this healthy new path and get comfortable with it? So it's just an adjustment, right? It's about getting acclimated, Aquarius, coming into your week here. And you know what? It's going to be something that takes time. To build a routine is consistency, and consistency is key. Keep on doing it and it'll become effortless for you. Now, what other information do we have here? What other insight for Aquarians week do we have? What can they expect? Hello, here you are, Aquarius. The Star card. Star card showing up here is a card of alignment. It's a wish come true. So I do feel like there will be some sort of wish coming in for you guys. You guys will definitely have alignment with something you've been wanting or some specific desire you've been wanting as well. King of Wands is a massive card of desire. Let's say, for example, you have desired and fancied a specific person. There definitely can be a chance here between you and that person to get something going. If you have been thinking about taking somebody out on a date, I think that there's no harm in asking. I think that there is a possible or a strong possibility of a yes coming in here with that Star card and the King of Wands. So if you had your eyes on somebody, I would say don't be afraid to ask them out this week. I do want to mention here too, granted, whether or not this person accepts or this person rejects, always remember it's better to know and to give something a chance and a shot rather than to do nothing about it at all. So I say go for it. I think a strong possibility of a yes is coming in here for many of you. Taking a look at other insights, we got here the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Awesome. Steady work situation going on here. I do want to mention here with the Knight of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, this could be a week here where maybe you've worked at your job long enough, you could start getting insurance benefits. This could be the energy of possibly getting a raise due to the nature of how long and how much time and how much energy you've put into the work you're doing. So you might be seeing some improvement show up in career and you might be getting those benefits, right? And things of that nature. So that might show up this week for you as well. Regardless though, Three of Pentacles showing up here and the Knight of Pentacles, you've been working on something long term. If you've been working on your career long term, I think you're starting to see success show up here this week. And if it's not about working on your career long term, maybe you've been working on yourself, you've been working on a relationship. I'm getting the feeling here that whatever you've been working on long term, you're getting the fruits of your labor here at one point or another. Look at that, man. Six of Wands coming out for you. I love that, Aquarius. It's awesome. Speaking of the card here of getting the fruits of your labor, here we go. Massive card of success with that Six of Wands. So whatever you've been taking a while to work on, or have been working on here for a long time, here comes in that success this week. So I do think you're going to start to see here remnants of the fruits of your labor. You know, if you've been putting a lot of freaking hours into your job, you might start to see that pay off. If you've been putting a lot of hours into some project you've created or a business you've created, you might finally start seeing things get off the ground here, which is really freaking cool. Like it, man. I like it a lot. Aquarius, a little bit more insights and then we'll get on into the rest of the read. Is there anything else Aquarian should expect coming up here this week, throughout the week of the 25th through the 1st? We have here the Fool card, the Death card, and the Strength card showing up here as well. If I'm not mistaken, you guys had a peek of the Death card in the beginning of the reading, which is the card of change and transformation. Yeah, I think that for some of you here, if you've had any sort of, I see this in two different ways. For some of you, with the Fool card showing up here, if you've had any sort of impulses in the past, you might be really doing what you can to start bringing in more impulse control. Maybe you felt like you were weak for somebody, right? Whether this is somebody you were dealing with romantically or a friend, you might have kind of felt like, it's hard because I feel weak for this person, like I'd want to do anything for them. And maybe some of you were in a situation where you would put your boundaries aside for somebody specific due to the nature of how much you cared. I think that if that's the case, it's about pretty much bringing up more boundaries and putting more boundaries into practice and making sure that you're reinforcing those boundaries instead of allowing somebody to have some kind of pull on you in a certain way. Now, I know that won't resonate to every Aquarius. That's totally fine. Please don't attack me in the comments if you're like, ain't nobody ever going to have a pull over me. I know. It may not resonate to the vast majority of you, but if it happens to resonate, I like that you're incorporating more boundaries here, saying, no, I'm not going to let somebody here get under my skin or let somebody here, due to the nature of me liking them so much, have power over me, right? It's about reclaiming your power back and putting up those boundaries. So if there's any sort of impulsivity, whether it's about people, whether it's about anything, I did mention for some of you, right, in the main situation, you are not veering away from the course here of the new path you've created. So impulse here could be the impulse to go back to the old path, which I mentioned would be a challenge for you this week. If that's the case, you are laying down the law here and staying strong with the Strength card and not choosing to jump into any sort of impulses. So I think you're definitely dodging impulsive situations this week, really trying to think things through before you go forward with it. And I think that that's awesome to see here, right? We got the Death card. You are on the path and you are on a road of transformation right now, Aquarius. You don't want to throw away any sort of transformation for jumping back into something impulsively or impulsively diving into something that you know could set you back or be a setback. So there is an opportunity, or not even, I wouldn't call it an opportunity. There's a chance for potential setbacks to show up on your path this week. Universe says, if you're really ready to transform, you'll dismiss them with ease. But maybe if you're falling into those impulsivities, are you really ready to transform? You have to ask yourself. So in a way, it could kind of be a bit of a test coming up from the universe. But I feel like you guys will pass it with flying colors. I don't think you're going to jump back into something knowing that the transformation and the new path that you're on is what you want and what you desire. So I don't think you'll tap into these setbacks at all, okay? But just did want to warn you guys. I do see that showing up here for you guys coming into this week, okay? All right, though, moving on forward, let's get into the other stuff. We're going to have a look here at your career, your love life, your personal life. So Aquarius, let's dive on in. All right, let's see what's up. What do we got showing up here in career for the zodiac sign of Aqua? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week here of the 25th through the 1st. First card coming out for you is the Two of Cups. Taking a look here at the next card. I almost said the next cup. The next card, though, is a cup. We got here the Three of Cups. And lastly, the Eight of Cups showing up here for you as well. Whoa. All right. That's a lot of water energy. I do want to say, for some of you guys, if you have been enjoying yourself in the workplace with another person, spending a lot of quality time with them, I do get the sense here that there could be a change in your relationship. Now, I know that this is about, or supposed to be about, career, but for some of you, I do see a lovers in the workplace situation arising where the dynamic of your relationship is becoming clear that it's getting kind of romantic. If you've been dealing with somebody in the workplace, you've had a close friendship for a while, I think that you're noticing the change, that it's a little more flirtatious than it's ever been. It's not so much jokingly flirtating energy or flirtatious energy. It seems pretty genuine, and you're noticing as well that like you're starting to feel something for this person that's a lot more than just a friendship. So there could be lover's paradise manifesting here in the workplace. You might start to be connecting with somebody on that level at work. But otherwise, if we're looking at career here in more of a general statement for the career itself, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, I think you're more connected to your career than ever at this time. I feel like the Eight of Cups is about something new about to come in for you that you're going to end up walking into. As you can see here, we have this man. He's leaving behind these 8 cups because he has something so much better that he's walking towards. What he's actually walking towards is an ace of cups. And if we start to add the 8 of cups and the ace, that creates the 9 of cups, and 9 of cups in the tarot represents self-fulfillment. So I think that there could be a chance you might be walking away from a current position as a new, better position's coming in here for you that's bringing in so much more fulfillment. And there's some sort of celebration showing up here with that 3 of cups. 3 of cups meaning you're getting the celebration for advancing and moving forward here in your career. So I'm definitely seeing achievements, possibly some sort of raise, possibly some sort of promotion coming up for you, and you're so glad here to be here. So I think career is looking good. And if that's not the case for you, it could just be representing that this is a solid ass week for work. No complaints showing up here, enjoying yourself, having a good time. Feels very lighthearted in the workplace this week. So nice to see not too much heavy energy showing up for you. All right, let's get on into your love life though. What's showing up here for the single Aquarians? Coming into the week here of the 25th. What do we got going on here for single Aquas? We got here the World card, the 5 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. For the single Aquarian peeps, I do think that some of you guys can be getting over a previous heartbreak or getting over heartache in general. 5 of Cups represents disappointment, and it also represents being in a space of just genuinely being hurt. So I feel like for you, you're trying to pick yourself back up again for single Aquarians. As you can see though, even though all these cups are knocked over, there are 2 cups that are still left standing. So even though somebody who made you happy might not be around, the 2 of Cups represents that there still are other people out there who are most certainly going to make you happy in your future. So don't let this one individual get you down, essentially. That 5 of Cups is the card of like, don't cry over spilt milk. It's like you can pour yourself another glass. You most certainly can meet somebody better. And I think that that is exactly what this is trying to say with the World card and the 9 of Swords. For some of you single Aquarians though, you might be scared to move on from this person because letting go of them makes it real that there is not going to be a future. And it's just all going to boil down to having to kind of accept that if things here haven't worked out, that's okay. There is bigger and better things coming. I think that it's a very human thing to naturally feel that after we lose something, we're never going to see a better day, or we're never going to find something better than what we had. But that's far beyond the truth. I think that there is always evolution in our journey. No matter at what age we're at, we're always evolving. And I think that there's so much more getting ready to come in for you, but you have to be willing to be open to it, to accept it at this time. All right, hopping on into the Aquarians that are in relationships. Hello, that's a lot of cards that decided to come out. We got here a 6 of Swords, a Queen of Wands, and a 2 of Pentacles showing up here as well. Let's get one more card for the coupled Aquas. What are they going through this week? And we also have here the Empress. Okay. I do see a situation here where the 2 of you might have some sort of disagreement, or there is something hard to agree on when it comes towards the future of the connection. I see here the Queen of Wands being a massive card of passion, but also being a card of assertiveness. Someone here is asserting something, Aquarius. Could be you, could be them. But I think it's hard to get on the same page because one person's looking for growth where the other person in the relationship does feel relatively comfortable. So this is where energies can collide a little bit for lovers that are together. I think that if it's not you, Aquarius, it's the other person, but one person in this relationship wants more growth, forward movement, and wants to move in a different direction entirely. The other person's gotten very comfortable with where the relationship's at. So it's about having to find that plane of resonance. Are we going to be comfortable staying here? Or do I need evolving, right? Do I need to evolve? Do I need an improvement? Do I need some sort of change? And will my partner be on board? So I think this week it's about having conversations in that retrospect about where the relationship is at, having that check-in, but also taking a look at the plans for the future. So you can be seeing that coming up here for sure. You know, maybe one of you wants to move somewhere new and you look at that as a beautiful new journey. You look at it as a leveling up to the relationship. Maybe the other person's like, no, but I'm comfy here. So I'm hearing like decisions, you know, there's definitely some decisions that have to be made. Right now, the 2 of you are having a hard time resonating with each other this week, but conversations will be had in order for the both of you here to figure it out. Okay. Yeah. Justice card. I think you'll come to a conclusion with the Justice showing up, which is fantastic. So I'm not seeing anything bad, by the way, for coupled Aquas. This is not a breakup. This is not a disconnect. There's just disagreements and, the two of you kind of being unsure about the future, but you end up working it out here with this justice nonetheless. So I feel like you have nothing to worry about, which is awesome. All right, hopping on forward. Let's take a look and see what's going on with you personally, though. What do we got showing up here for Aquarian peeps on more of a personal level this week? What's going on with them? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Overall energy is going to be the King of Cups. Overall energy. Hello. First card, King of Cups. Next card, Queen of Swords. And finally, we have here the Four of Pentacles as well. Yeah, you're in this energy with the King of Cups where it's like, I have to be as emotionally sustainable and as emotionally calm and collected as I can be. You know, I described to you in the main situation that you are definitely having a transformation. And it's not easy to walk away from a path you were used to, a path that was comfortable, and try to acclimate yourself to something new. But Queen of Swords here says, I have to keep my head straight, I have to keep my focus, and I have to hold on to the idea that this new path that I'm walking into has this beautiful payoff. It's going to be something positive for me at the end of the day. So you are motivating yourself here on a personal level to make sure that you keep kicking yourself into gear to get exactly to where you want to go, which I see here being a positive thing for you. Remember, positive steps are going to create positive outcomes. Okay. All right, guys. And in total here, let's take a look at the overall outcome and see what's up here for Team Aquarius throughout their week. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Aquarians week of September 25th throughout October 1st? What do we got? And we got here the Emperor. I like it. The Emperor here is the boss energy. It is the energy of, I want it, I got it, I see it, I'll do it. You know, I said I will, and I'm going to. Point blank, period, you know? So Emperor showing up here for this outcome is about setting out what you intended to do. You are the boss, you have the power, you have the energy, and you're not going to let anybody here distract you. You know, when somebody's a boss, they can kind of dictate what happens in their life and what goes forward. And I feel here for you, Aquarius, you know the plan, you have the plan, and you're seeing it through to the end with that Emperor card showing up for you. Yeah. I like that, man. Really powerful energy, victorious energy, sitting in your throne. There's going to be this payoff and trade-off that you're working hard to get towards, and you guys are definitely getting to it here. I like it. Hell yeah, baby. Team Aqua, y'all have a good ass reading, man. I really enjoyed this one. Thank you for giving me the time to read for you. And if you've been watching this video the entire time, thank you. You're a freaking trooper, man. Appreciate you so much. Of course, if you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like and drop a comment down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new here, do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. I would be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. And of course, guys, if you'd like a personal reading, first link in the description below. I'll be happy to take care of you guys over there. Okay. All right, Aquarius, have a great week. Do enjoy it. And I will see you all in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.